I've just recently upgraded the daily habits I have in my life. Now that we're in lockdown, my habits have changed slightly, but I still keep them very simple. I wake up early and get 2 hours of super focused work done while everyone else is still sleeping. I then brush my teeth, exercise for 1 hour, learn Vietnamese for 30 minutes and drink 2 glasses of water. And that's pretty much it. During this lockdown anyway, those are pretty much all my daily habits. I'd rather have fewer daily habits that really have massive positive effects on my life rather than dozens of daily habits that individually don't have a significant effect. The idea being here that even in 5 years' time, I'm still carrying out these habits every day because there are only a few, so it's relatively easy to stay consistent with them 7 days a week for the next few years. But that's just me. What about the habits of high performance people, successful people, celebrities, billionaires? What daily habits do they implement into their lives to keep them successful? So in this video, I'm going to go through 19 habits of successful people to hopefully give you some kind of inspiration, and selfishly as well, inspiration for myself, to give us ideas for daily habits that we can implement into our lives to level up our happiness and our success. Eliminate choices. Mark Zuckerberg has said that he has about 20 identical grey t-shirts in his closet, and this lack of choice helps him avoid decision fatigue. When you're in a hurry in the morning, wasting those precious minutes on deciding what to wear can be completely avoided. And Steve Jobs had the same philosophy. He was known for only wearing black turtleneck jumpers. Remind yourself of your dreams. Speaking of Steve Jobs, in his speech to a graduating class at Stanford University, he said that every morning he would look at himself in the mirror and ask the same question: if today was the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm doing today? And whenever the answer was no too many times in a row, he knew that he had to make some massive changes in his life. Be a lifelong learner. Education and learning are not just for students, but in my opinion is something that should be embraced at every stage of life. So Tara Cheklovsky, CEO of Iridescent, says she is constantly looking to grow her skill set to not only remain competitive with her peers, but also to nurture a sense of personal accomplishment and learning. I think just spending even just 15 minutes each day learning a new skill is a really good habit to have, so platforms such as Skillshare are amazing for this. I actually have 2 classes over there now on Skillshare, one on how to beat procrastination and the other on how to be more productive, that you can access for free with the 1 month free trial. There's a link in the description below. 1 meal a day. So Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter, eats just 1 meal a day between the hours of 6:30 PM and 9 PM. And he also mentioned on the Ben Greenfield Fitness podcast that he fasts all weekend from Friday evening all the way to Sunday night, saying that it helps him stay alert. Other well-known people that have tried the 1 meal a day diet, also known as the OMAD diet, include Channing Tatum, Megan Fox, and Hugh Hefner. Meditation. Oprah Winfrey starts each morning with 20 minutes of sitting meditation. She does this every single morning, even holidays and weekends. She says that meditating fills her with hope, a sense of contentment, and deep joy. The benefits of meditation are well documented now, with benefits such as helping to reduce stress, improve productivity, boost creativity, and maintain general well-being. Meditation is also a really good tool to train your brain to be able to focus for longer periods of time. So when you first start meditating, naturally your mind will start to wander and get distracted, right? But every time this happens, you slowly pull your focus back to your meditating, and you keep doing this every time you get distracted, and you'll start to notice that you're training your brain to be able to stay focused for longer periods of time. Wake up early. So this is one of the more common daily habits, but it's still incredibly powerful. I used to be a night owl until I started waking up early about 5 years ago now, and I've never looked back. I'm so much more productive now. It's also why I get 2 hours of focused work done early in the morning, because at this time, most people are still sleeping, so there are fewer distractions. And Jennifer Aniston also implements this habit into her daily routine. She gets up at 4:30 in the morning and immediately starts going through her morning routine, which involves washing her face with soap, drinking hot water with lemon, and meditating for 20 minutes. Win the morning, win the day. So Tim Ferriss starts his day with the easiest but most tedious tasks. So first he makes his bed. The simple action of making the bed, according to him, can give you a small sense of accomplishment and encourages you to continue that positive momentum for the rest of the morning. He actually wakes up later than most, at around 9 or 10 AM, but he then makes his bed, meditates for 20 minutes, drinks strong tea, journals for 5 to 10 minutes, eats a small breakfast, and finally exercises for 20 to 90 minutes. Spend time with family. Richard Branson makes it a habit of spending quality time with his family. He says that it puts him in a great frame of mind before continuing with the rest of the day. There have also been multiple studies that show that spending time with loved ones helps reduce stress, improves health, and even extends life expectancy. Work out with friends. Most people on this list know the importance of exercise and have exercise ingrained into their daily routine. Jessica Alba, however, takes it one step further. She admits that she doesn't particularly like exercising, so she has a small group of friends that she works out with in the morning. She says that this way it's more fun than working out alone, and her friends keep her accountable. Wake up ultra early. A few years ago, Mark Wahlberg shared his daily routine in an Instagram post. He wakes up at a mind-boggling 2:30 AM. If that's not extreme enough, he also has a habit of fitting in 2 workouts during the day, a quick round of golf, and an hour in the cryotherapy chamber. And because he wakes up so early, he's back in bed by 7:30 PM. Slow down. Jeff Bezos, currently the wealthiest man on the planet, has been quoted as saying that he likes to chill out over a coffee and the morning newspaper. It goes to show that you don't necessarily need an ultra busy daily routine to be successful. Everyone needs to take a break every now and then. Dinner with family. When Barack Obama was president, unsurprisingly, he had a pretty busy schedule, but he's also made a habit of stopping work to have dinner with his family every single day. He keeps his daily routine very basic. In the morning he works out, he reads, he eats, and then gets straight to work. Nothing overly complicated, and maybe that's why it works. 10-kilometer run. Japanese writer Haruki Murakami used to go for a 10-kilometer run every afternoon at 12 o'clock. He mentioned in an interview that repetition is an important thing. It helps him to reach a deeper state of mind. So when you carry out the same activity at the same time every day, your brain will grow to crave those actions, allowing yourself to just flow with your set routine. Something that was difficult to do at first gradually becomes a lot easier because you've trained your mind to almost go on autopilot when performing the task. To-do list. Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran writes her to-do list the night before. That way, as soon as she wakes up in the morning, she knows exactly what she needs to do. She doesn't need to spend time writing a to-do list or thinking what she should do next. She just gets up and goes straight to work. Stay in bed. Winston Churchill started every day by working from bed. He would wake up at 7:30 AM and spend most of his morning still in bed. Here, he would have breakfast, read his mail, catch up on current affairs around the world, and dictate it to his secretaries. 3.5 hours after waking up at 11 AM, he'd finally get out of bed. Be ultra productive in the morning. Jeff Tunn, Senior Vice President at Intervision, has a similar morning habit to me. He said that he likes to get up before the rest of the household so he can sit in his office with a cup of coffee and write. It helps him stay focused on the task at hand and have a sense of accomplishment before he dives into the workday. And it's the same with me. I can often get more done in just the first 2-hour period of intense work than I do for the rest of the day. 3 most important things. Every morning, Zen Habits founder Leo Babauta writes out 3 most important things that he needs to accomplish that day. And this is quite an effective strategy because productivity isn't just about getting a lot of things done right, it's about getting the most important things done on a consistent basis. And we often find ourselves busy with tasks that just aren't important. So writing out a list of just 3 things that need to be completed helps to avoid this. Question if what you're doing is important. President of Macmillan, Teresa Foreman, said that she makes sure that all the tasks that she has to do during the day are important, and she makes a point of not doing the tasks that are not important. She said, I ask myself one simple question: will this still matter in a day, a week, a month, a year? And she then focuses on the tasks that will have the deepest long-term impact and tries not to spend too much time doing tasks that might seem urgent but are not important. Step back from social media. This is something that I've been implementing into my schedule a lot more recently. I've noticed how social media is affecting the length of time that I'm able to stay focused on any one particular task. So now when I'm working, I don't have my phone next to me, so it can distract me. And Steve Newman, founder of Scalar, said that he used to pride himself on being responsive to emails and chats and Slack, until a friend pointed out to him that he was priding himself on being bad at his job because he was constantly being interrupted from his workflow. He advised to set expectations that you'll respond once or twice per day and stick to that. Being responsive means destroying your attention span and decreasing productivity. I think that habits are one of the most fundamental strategies that you can implement into your life to achieve whatever goals you want to achieve. They make sure that you're consistent long term. And I made a video on 7 daily habits of high performance students. It's actually one of my most successful and most watched videos. You can click on the card on the screen to watch that. Alternatively, I made a video on how to stop feeling tired during the day. If you have the same problem I had where my energy levels just drop at about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, there are quite a few things you can do to help with that. Again, you can click on the card on the screen, and like I mentioned earlier, I have 2 classes on Skillshare, one on procrastination and one on productivity, that you can access for free for 1 month with the link in the description below.